Good afternoon, everybody. There have been a lot of bills introduced recently about geoengineering prohibition, atmospheric geoengineering, etc., etc., etc. And I'm going to read some of the most recent ones to you. But before I do, please hit the thumbs up. It helps the channel grow, get the message out there. This is Lorraine Alternative Homesteading on Friday, January 17, 2025. I've got a few things to show you guys. Well, this morning, when I went into the cat's building, evidently somebody had been in there. So there's poop all over the floor and all over the rug. No, that doesn't happen. Somebody had changed my monitor stands. It's at a certain level, but somebody changed it so that it was not at the same level. And it was completely bent backwards. So somebody was in my house and literally did that. Also, when I signed on to my Google Mail, I don't know what they did. So either they changed my eyesight overnight, which is quite possible, or the font size in my Gmail, which I have to large, but it looks like it's smaller. So, yeah, that all happens overnight. It's just amazing what they do. It's all a psyop. Oh, and I also found a dead fly in my shower, but it wasn't there when I woke up this morning. It just suddenly ended up there later in the day when all the windows are closed, etc. So that's what happens here in rural Kentucky. So now for all of you people who are concerned about what's going on up there in the sky, like what I showed you on my short today, those X's and zigzags and everything. Well, Indiana introduced a House Bill 1335 related to weather control. Mississippi introduced a bill to prohibit geoengineering. That's SB 2005. Connecticut is up there now, too. This was just published. Connecticut SB 67 to require the disclosure of chemical releases by the federal government. Wyoming, I just received that, Wyoming. HB 208, atmospheric geoengineering prohibition. And Utah was the most recent one. SB 126, airborne chemical amendments. Now, Kentucky already submitted ours. It's on the table right now. And not only does it prohibit it, but it would charge the pilot $500,000 for violating the law. And the possibility of restitution to the homeowner for spraying that crap on their property if it destroys their farm or their grass or their animals, etc. So go Kentucky, at least you're doing something good. We'll see see how that works. So anyway, and yes, I really do miss yoga. I miss the gym. I mean, there are a couple of things that I miss about New Jersey, and the gym and exercising is one of them. I also miss my house. I'd always said, like, if my house were here in Kentucky, I'd be a lot happier. But that's not going to be the case. But anyway, I miss yoga, I miss the gym, I miss doing the Pilates. I just don't have the room. I don't have, like, the floor space, the wall space for any equipment or even to move around. Sometimes I'll exercise inside the cat's building, but then as soon as I lay down on the floor, I got cats on top of me. Sort of like the way it was in New Jersey. But anyway, let's see. We've got a couple of other things going on here I want to share with you. Let's see. Well, I was really pleased this morning. I received a video from Richard Moore. And I'm going to show it to you. So I had to switch my phone so I can play this for you guys. And it starts out where it says, the demons stalking you are not as smart as the angels protecting you. That's the way it starts. And I'm going to show you here, okay? Oh, and also, Mark M. Rich, who wrote the book, The Hidden Evil, he's got a new book. Oops, I'm slipping up here. He's got a new book out, but it has nothing to do with gang stalking. It's a hypothesis on the use of fracking as ecological warfare. So that's certainly a change of topic, and it's probably quite fascinating. I'm sure the research or hypothesis, and this is for educational purposes only. I'm merely discussing a newly published book. I have no opinion at all on the topic. So here you go. We're gonna play this. Trust gets you killed, love gets you hurt, and being real gets you hated. Then head. The people plotting against you that cannot figure out how you keep surviving their attack. It's called God's favor. I say it's in the birth chart, and they know it. If they didn't want other people to know about it, they shouldn't have done it. They have the audacity to hurt you, and you have the right to tell and share your story. I know you're not going to censor on interviews anymore, you little weenie boy. Not everyone is staring at you is admiring you. Some of those names that you survived the stops that they set for you. And up to everyone who's trying their best to steal from things that they don't respect. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and lowly in heart, and you will find the rest where you says, not 11:29. Don't expect to coverage existing any more than going to his garage. The demons stalking you are now as strong as the angels protecting you. Nobody wants to be harder than the people that don't love you. Give them a good show. Do not fear them, for there's nothing covered that will not be revealed and hidden. The Lord himself before you be with you. He will never leave you or forsake you. Do not be afraid. Thank you, Richard. Thank you, thank you. Much appreciated. I enjoyed that this morning. Thank you. So one other thing I wanted to mention about glyphosate. You know, that stuff that they're spraying on the grass. It's a threat to brain health. And this is for educational purposes only. I'm reading an article. I don't have an opinion either way. These are not my words. Glyphosate's hidden threat to your brain health. Analysis by Dr. Joseph Mercola. Glyphosate's exposure is linked to increased neuroinflammation and Alzheimer's-like pathology in mice, suggesting a detrimental impact on brain health. Aminothiophosphoric acid, A metabolite of glyphosate persists in brain tissue long after exposure, indicating long-term effects. Over 80% of the U.S. population has detectable levels of glyphosate in their urine, highlighting widespread exposure. Fasting for less than 8 hours is associated with a higher risk, with higher glyphosate levels, revealing dietary habits influence the exposure. And this is for educational purposes only. This is for research purposes only. I haven't performed any of the research. I'm merely reading an article. Over 80% of the population has detectable levels in the urine. Children and adolescents demonstrate higher glyphosate levels compared to adults, raising significant concerns about the potential long-term health impacts on younger populations. And that kind of makes sense, you know. Because for the most part, what you eat, drink, or whatever will certainly affect you greater if you're a small person, if you're short, if you don't weigh very much, if you're younger, then you're, a 5'8" person and you're older, etc., compared to a little person. Obviously, if you're eating the same things, it's going to affect the little person greater than the tall person. This is just common sense, folks. So anyway, I look forward to questions and comments down below. I'm trying to think. Oh, one other thing is we have an Arctic blast coming our way. We're going to drop down to 5 degrees between Sunday and Monday. That's not going to be good. I mean, it's been in the 20s, and it dropped down to the teens, and that was pretty bad. But, dropping another 10 degrees after that, that is a bitterly, bitterly cold. And even the mini split, which I attempted to defrost today by pouring hot water on the ice that formed on the back of it, they don't work as well when the temperatures drop that low. But anyway, so wrapping it up here, we've got a winter storm coming, Arctic blast, approximately 5 degrees Sunday and Monday. Mark M. Rich has a new book, Hypothesis on the Use of Fracking, on ecological warfare, and I receive alerts. A lot of times when you purchase books on Amazon, there's a little heart next to the author's name where you can heart them so that you're alerted to when they have new books that are published, and that's why I'm aware of it. But anyway, please be on top of what's going on in your state with regard to the geoengineering bills and laws that are being created. It seems like every time I sign on to the laptop, there's a new one coming. So the latest ones are Wyoming and Utah. This is Lorraine signing off for now.